Hi, welcome to Judo's Bar. Today we're gonna mix ourselves some Martinez. So today we're gonna mix ourselves some Martinez. Martinez is one of the most classic cocktails. In the history of cocktail, he actually followed the Manhattan and preceded the Martini. The origins of the name are up for debate, and also the story of the drink itself is quite murky because there is not really a definitive original creator of a cocktail. But in essence, a Martinez is a stir drink with gin and sweet vermouth. Then there are so many millions of variations on this theme that it's just insane. Today we are gonna see three. One with dry gin, one with autumn gin, and one with Geneva. So I'm gonna start by stirring the IBA version of Martinez with dry gin. The IBA version of cocktails sometimes are much maligned, but I think they serve a purpose. Like if you don't know any better, starting from here, it's not a bad place to start. Then you can develop your own cocktail along the way and search many hundreds of other recipes and other ideas. But IBA, which by the way stands for International Bartender Association, is just a good run-of-the-mill indication of what a drink should be. So let's get some ice here. So the IBA recipe calls for 2 dashes of orange bitters, 7.5 milliliters of Luxardo Maraschino, and then 45 milliliters each of sweet vermouth. I'm gonna use a Carpano Antica formula, which is a standard all around the world for a full-bodied vermouth, sweet vermouth or Italian vermouth with this. And I just love it. It's really good. It's nice when one of the standard things are just also one of your favorite. And then I'm gonna use 45 milliliters of Cotswolds dry gin. Cotswolds, you know I love Cotswolds. They make all great stuff. Actually, it's my first time trying this dry gin in a cocktail. I tried it just like that when I bought it, but I never mixed it with it. So surprise, surprise, but I don't think it's gonna be much of a surprise. I think it's just gonna be pretty good. Then we stir, and actually I'm trying to change my stirring techniques from this one, where this finger and this finger are behind, to this one. Which one is better? I don't know. Maybe this one is smoother with just the pinky behind the stirring spoon. Anyway, I was saying the IBA recipe, they are just nice. Like I will make you this example. When my son was just born, I went to pick him up at the hospital with a car, and on the way back the baby was crying, it was getting late for dinner. There was a traffic jam because a truck carrying gasoline exploded on the highway. So the highway was melted and we had to take normal roads to get home. And I was just going insane and I was so hungry. But then I saw the sign of McDonald's and I was like, oh my god, it's years I don't eat a McDonald's, but please give me a Big Mac. I will do anything for a Big Mac. And I ate a Big Mac and I was really happy. So in a sense, the IBA recipe are something like that, something that you can rely on to have a certain consistency. And when you're in trouble, they can just come to your rescue. Just like a McDonald's drive-thru can come to your rescue in times of need. So let's double strain our IBA Martinez. And let's decorate with the orange peel. There you go. A Martinez IBA version done with dry gin. Cheers. This is good. Nothing wrong with it. I would say the sweet vermouth and the Luxardo are really present. It's a good drink, but now let's compare it to other version of a Martinez. The second version of a Martinez we are gonna mix is gonna be with Alton gin, and it's gonna be something I found online from Def & Co. Def & Co is this really trendy bar where people seem to be really smart and do really good cocktails. I don't have much knowledge about it. I just know that there are a lot of people on the internet that treat Def & Co like a religion. If they do something, they will do exactly the same all the way, all the time, because they think it's the best thing ever. I don't have really much of an opinion yet on Def & Co, but I found this recipe which I found really interesting, and I'm just gonna do it. Let's start first with the bitters. I think it's only 1 dash of orange bitters this time. Then we get really into small proportions with half a teaspoon of Luxardo Maraschino. Let's see if I can do half a teaspoon. Okay, that's a full teaspoon. It's really hard to measure half a teaspoon. Then half a teaspoon of Kirschwasser, this cherry brandy from Germany, which again I thought I would never use, but now it's the third time I use it in a month. It's really weird, funky, interesting. And also half a teaspoon. There you go. Then we have a mixed base of vermouth of 15 milliliters of dry vermouth, Dolan, my choice for dry vermouth, which actually is not so dry. It's nice. And then 50 milliliters of Antica Formula sweet vermouth. And then the recipe think it calls for 2 kinds of Alton gin. I only have 1, so I'm gonna use this Cotswolds. Again, Cotswolds, I love you, please sponsor me. Send me some free gin, some free whiskey, anything, please. They have this really nice edition, like of also Christmas gin, which I would really like to try. Anyway, 60 milliliters of Alton gin. And I think we are done. Let's stir this bad boy. Again, so Def & Co. My knowledge of them is really limited. Maybe in the following years I will have more knowledge. I know they do like some really pretty and relatively expensive table books or cocktail books. I don't know if they look kind of big, but I don't know. Let's see. This is the first cocktail of them I tried to make, and I never tried it before, but I really like the combination of 2 vermouth. And also the fact they will use a bit of Kirsch instead of a full maraschino spoon. Seems interesting. Alton gin also turns out a more traditional Martinez, even though we are gonna go even more traditional with the next one. Let's double strain again our cocktail. And in this case we are gonna finish it with some lemon peel instead of orange peel. I got these organic lemons from the farmer's market. The peel smells really good. I mean, they are made in Japan, which is a rarity, but now it's the right season. And there you go. Martinez, Def & Co version. Cheers. Really interesting. Complex. The nuances are hidden down below. More gin forward than the standard IBA. But because we use Old Tom gin, the gin itself is less bitey. I don't know, the judgment I'm spending on this drink. I like it, but I'm not sure I like it best than the normal Martinez. By the way, the lemon peel changes everything, because having a really homegrown, I mean, it doesn't matter that it's homegrown, but it matters that didn't travel such a big distance as the orange I have that's from America. This one coming from Japan, it really gives a lot more oils that smells awesome. Next Martinez. So this Martinez is the favorite Martinez from Simon Difford. He did a long research, he has a long article really detailed about the origin of a Martinez, which I think is really interesting, and I'm gonna link it down below. And his version, which tries to go back to the most original version possible, uses Geneva. Because when the cocktail was created in the 19th century in US, Geneva would have been the most common available gin. There was still not much dry gin at all hanging in US. So let's start this time with one dash of Angostura. This time, for the sweet part, instead of using Luxardo Maraschino, we use dry Curacao, and I use this Pierre Ferrand, which really is my favorite of the Curacao I tried so far, and it's 7.5 milliliters. Then 7.5 milliliters of dry vermouth. I use extra dry. I only have this Dolan, so I'm gonna use this one. 7.5. Then we go with 30 milliliters of sweet vermouth. Always Antica formula. Probably the only constant in this all Martinez tour we are having. And then 60 milliliters of Geneva. This is the Bols Geneva. Geneva is a kind of distillate that predates the modern gin. It's a lot more funky. I like it. I don't think it's offensive at all. He has a lot less juniper, and he has a more maltiness in his flavor. Let's give it a stir. Again, I use many times, even before, Difford's, because it's a really good source. The recipes are well researched, and I like it. I generally really like the recipes he proposed. I can smell the Geneva coming up. It's really different from the dry gin and the Old Tom gin. Let's see what we got. Let's double strain again. And let's garnish with orange peel. Again, the peel you use might make or break a cocktail. I sure wish I had some Sicilian oranges here, but it's just not possible. So I have to make do with what I have. Martinez Difford version with all Geneva. Ah, I forgot the cheers. Oh, this is better. This is really good. It's time for a comparison. I'm gonna put here the Geneva next to this one. Next to the Def & Co one, I'm gonna put the Oldham gin. And next to the IBA version, I'm gonna put the dry gin. Let's retry all of them and see which one I like best. Well, it's personal opinion. So I would say that my least favorite is the Def & Co version. And I think it's mainly because he has too little vermouth. The 30 milliliters of vermouth in this cocktail have a hard time standing up to the 60 milliliter of gin. The IBA version is the sweetest and the easier to drink because it has equal parts sweet vermouth and dry gin. Actually, it's really nice. I would not complain at all with this IBA version. It's not bad. And the Geneva version, one more sip. This might be the most interesting. I don't know if I will mix it all the time like this, but it's really good. I actually really like the combination of Geneva and dry curacao. I use it also in my hardcore bramble cocktail, which I think I'm gonna try to link up there. And it's a really good combo. I don't know, maybe I would split the sweet part of this with the Geneva between the dry curacao and some maraschino, because I love maraschino. Why not put some maraschino? Maybe that's gonna be the next one I'm gonna try. It's more malty, despite having 60 milliliters of gin compared to the IBA, which has only 45. This one drink relatively easy, while the Def & Co version is pretty harsh. Again, I don't have a real Def & Co version, and also I didn't have the same Oldham gin, so I'm pretty sure the one they offer at their bar is gonna be a bit better than this. But as a general recipe, I wouldn't go this way. So, funny thing happened, the battery ran out of my camera, so I'm here after I finish all the drinks. And on the upside, I'm drunk. On the downside. Upside, downside, it really depends how you're looking at it. Anyway, on the upside, I wrote down my recipe for the perfect Martinez, and I'm gonna propose to you in a future video, like the last proof of Fermat. It could come to life. Well, I hope I don't die soon, so if I don't die, it's gonna come to life anyway. But like the last proof of Fermat, I wrote it on a really small piece of paper, so chances are, no, I hope I don't die, come on. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, comment down below, do whatever you want, see yourself a drink, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. No, why bye bye? Oh, I'm supposed to do cheers, but it's empty. Bye.